Abuja is one of the fastest growing cities in Africa, and for that reason, land prices are skyrocketing and the population is increasing. Now, here's the puzzle. If the housing demand is high, why are there so many abandoned projects across the city? Mr. Dan, can you give us some reasons for this problem?
Developers trying to finish or take on several projects at the same time when you know you don't have sufficient funds to be able to take on simultaneously all these projects. You decide to probably either buy lands or do JVs, and you know definitely in your heart that you cannot simultaneously, execute and complete this project. As a result of you not being able to complete this project, subscribers have been affected, agents are also being affected.
Okay, Mr. Ali, please, what do you think?
Yeah, just like Mr. Dan said, some of the major problems circle around this deception of developers selling hopes to people, especially for people in diaspora that are not seeing this physical plot by themselves. So it's also one of the problems. Just like he said, they don't have the capacity to start and complete that project. You understand? They sell it to you that we'll do it. And for unsuspecting investors, they don't know what these developers are up to. They've carried that money to the next site. It's like robbing Paul to pay Peter. They take your money, they go to another site, and hoping the new site will fund the old site. It's a big problem. It's something that is very big problem.
Are we saying that the only situation that is causing this problem is low funds, Mr. Dan?
There are different factors as well. Yes, no funds is also part of it, because you are a civil engineer or you are a developer, so to speak, and deep down you don't have the funds to start any project at all. We're not even talking about going on different sites, developing them simultaneously, but starting any project at all, you don't have any capital to start, and then you decide that you hope and pray that you have off-takers, which are people that would pay you at pre-launch, any subscribers. And how about if you don't get any early subscribers? I think any developer should have a startup capital. If you want to go into development, you should have a startup capital, at least have 40 to 50% to jack this project to a reasonable extent, where people can be convinced that you are capable of finishing delivering such project.
And another thing that I see is a problem is the discipline, and just like you said, the financial incapacity of those developers not being able. They don't have track records. They are not track record of these developers. They've not seen. They will not show you any project that they've either completed before. This is probably a lot of them. This is probably their first project. You understand? So what they do is tell you, we are going to finish it, basically. You understand? And economy changes things, and they just become stuck with it, and so that funding is the reason, because why would they be abandoned property? Everybody wants to finish their property.
Of course. Okay. What do we think about infrastructures and infrastructures fee, Mr. Dan?
Developers not using the supposed infrastructure fee, to develop within the estate. Even whether there is infrastructure outside the estate, which is peculiar to the government, right? They should be able to finish the infrastructure, use the money for the infrastructure within the estate, so that it can be habitable for people who are subscribing. Because you can't, some people buy properties at carcass level, while some people buy at finished level. So if there are infrastructures, it enables me to be able to live. The place becomes habitable for me. But if we pay you for infrastructure, try to use the infrastructure to develop that site, so that it can be habitable for people.
Yes, for people.
Than taking the money to go and fund another project, which is one of the major problems that we face today with developers.
Yes, Mr. Ali, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. Just as he said, if we understand what infrastructure is, basically is security around that environment. it is good road access, it is having drainage, it is having street lights, it is having an environment that is habitable, just as he said, for investors and people that want to move in and start project there. Because how will I start supplying materials to my plot and stuff, and I come the next day it is taken because there are no, maybe the estate does not have proper security. Security. How do I want to even feel safe, all this kind of thing? So if all these things are in place, infrastructures in place, and you're collecting infrastructure fee, use it for what it is meant for. You understand? Make a road to the plot first of all. You understand? Let it be road, even if it is not completely tarred. If it is gravel, make it
grade
grade it. Let it be clear. Let the bushes be clear that there is road there, that there's something happening ahead. You understand? So basically, I think all those things need to be adhered to. You need to have serious adherence to that.
Even initial deposits, if you are going to be launching an off-plan project, I think it's best for you to be able to charge something reasonable for you to be able to take the project to a very good extent. That will help with completing such projects. Because if you can charge people about 50%, in most cases 50% should be able to get this project to 80% completion.
It brings this kind of conflict of trust among developers and investors and marketers. You understand? They feel maybe the marketers are even working with developers, helping them sell it. Then you allow them run with the money, then you are there gatekeeping the property for them and all those kind of things. So it's a big problem why we will not close deals to sometimes.
Okay, so far we've been able to establish that some of the reasons why we have undeveloped projects across the city is low funds and to some extent deceptive developers. Having been able to establish some of these problems, we would like to give or would like to hear solutions. Do you think we should involve the government, or what do you think, Mr. Dan?
Before we come there, I think there's another point that we didn't take note of. We also have inflation.
Okay.
Inflation is, I think, is an enemy of most projects we have, especially
serious ones.
If you look at 2020, 2023, there's so much, almost 100% increase in building materials, which has also affected developers significantly. But yes, you can beat, like I said earlier in my previous point, you can beat this inflation if you are able to get a good initial deposit. That initial deposit allows you to be able to beat inflation, buy things in bulk and store them in the site. But most developers are caught up with inflation because, like we said, they charge about 30%, which will not go very good far with the project. And before they go back to the market to buy another set of materials, the prices are
very high.
Good. So inflation is one of
major keys.
One of the major reasons why we have undeveloped properties or abandoned properties in the city, across the city.
Okay, speaking about solutions, Mr. Wali.
Speaking about the solutions, just as he mentioned inflation, yes, the truth is developers are not magicians, you understand? So a lot of them have projection, they have the dreams they actually wanted to sell to you and manifest, but just like he said, inflation changes them. It takes off their feet off the project, and then there are changes in numbers of how much they plan, how soon they plan to complete the property, and how soon they can deliver it to investors. And that brings about a conflict for investor first of all. So you start thinking as an investor, how do I trust developer to finish the project that I'm giving my money to? How do you trust it? So part of the solution would be for you to do your research, do your due diligence. If you have a trial, if the developer can show you some of the projects they've completed before. In fact, mostly speak with your marketers. Most of all these marketers are your eyes on the ground. They know this developer. Consult your lawyers. Let them really go do this diligence for you. You are not on ground. You don't know what is on ground. The wrong story might be in your ears. You understand? So a very important solution is to go through a property consultant or property agent. You understand? And your lawyer, let them work together, let them get you a good deal through a good developer with good track record. That's one of the good solutions.
Okay, well, talking solutions as to how to reduce the abandoned or undeveloped projects in the city of Abuja. So, Mr. Dan.
Yes, so I'll just be speaking about two solutions that twine together. One of them is for developers to cease developing simultaneously different sites at the same time. Take up on, if you have the capacity to develop 3 sites, 2 sites, of course, by all means, go for it. But if you know you don't have that capacity,
just finish one.
Don't depend on, don't hope.
Yes.
Don't hope that somebody's money will bail you out.
Yes.
So work with what you can see. Development is not all about, it's not miracle. It's about something feasible, something you can do a feasibility study. Is it viable? Can I finish this project with the money at hand? So, work with your capacity. Know that you have a particular amount that is convenient for you to finish either site 1 before you enter site 2. If you don't have your own capital, don't go into jail.
Mr. Ali, in what way do you think the government can get involved in this?
Government can help in different ways. One of it is to ensure strict rules around the duration of completion for properties that have already gotten approval. Another thing is providing, let's say, a flexible mortgage system. You understand? People can get money, but let the interest be low. They're already in JVs. You own the land, you bring the money. Even with that, they can still get stuck with funding. You understand? But government can come into the mix too. I give you funds, I need you to develop and finish this place so that this place can have good returns for investors. You understand? Let their interest be low. Let them have insurance also against some of all these things. Clients are investors. And anybody investing money is doing business because they want money.
Of course.
You understand? They are not to be sponsoring a developer's experiment, because that's what most people developer does in Abuja. They just do experiment. Let me acquire this land, let me collect this money to this one.
I think the government should also give a timeline. If you are to start a project, you should be able to complete this project within 1 year. Or the developer, who are into site and services, they call it site and services, is you selling land to people and they develop and give them infrastructure. So if you're going to be selling land to people, you have to give them a timeline which can be enforced by the federal government. They should give 1 year maximum for you to develop your house or your site. If you cannot do that, it should be either revoked and your money returns to you, or the government takes over the project, finish the project and sell it back to you if you want.
To add to that, I figure there are always some delays around legal processes, around properties that you go to some site, you see this X cross mark, stop work. You understand? Probably the matter is being discussed still about approval or about change of use.
Some of them are even EFCC.
Some of all those cases are there. So that also contributes to why some of them are all abandoned there. And if the legal process are not quick to fix these things, people cannot progress. You understand? Somebody that has already budgeted to finish his house with 100 million, the legal process is taking more than a year. Inflation is going to catch up to it.
Of course.
The money will be useless. It should be stopped. You understand? So if there's an internal process that is sped up, that can quickly help resolve most of these issues, there should not be problem around completing all of this and all that.
We have been able to reach that some of the solutions to the problem concerning underdeveloped properties across the city of Abuja is low funds, where government can come in, like maybe build up or arrange an institute that can give developers some loan that has like less interest. I've also reached that developers should please use the infrastructure fees for infrastructure.
Yes.
Not just take it and then try to open another site from phase 1 to phase 2 and all of that. And developers should start what they can finish, basically. So that's what we have been able to reach so far.
What you can finish.
Exactly. We would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for listening.